He's just gone for a poop. Kind of loud, to be honest. Kind of stinky. Tempted to sniff it all in. Oh well, here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are, back in the driver's seat.
Back in the driver's seat. We could call
Drivers.
We could call this season 2, maybe.
I think we should probably call this season 2. 9 episodes per season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Here we go. Little clinkage on them alcohol frees today. They don't need to do that.
Yeah.
It's real alcoholic.
Delicious.
Quenched my thirst.
But
yeah, no, we've been out the front. We've been out the front door for a while.
Yeah, we've missed 3 weeks, but that is
we've not missed 3. Has we? It's been 3. Bloody
It's
hell.
been 3, yeah.
Oh my god.
I know. It's not great from us, but we have.
Yeah, we apologise, guys. We do really apologise for missing 3 weeks.
It's not as though we were.
We're busy.
Just lazy.
We're
or
busy.
anything. Yeah.
I mean, some of us might have been lazy, but we're busy.
So I just want to. We're not going to dive into the topic of why we didn't.
Yeah,
but,
we'll preface it with something beginning with C and...
We're isolating.
We isolated.
So I was isolating for a special virus that's been going around.
Oh, I heard about that one.
And after which I got tonsillitis right after.
Yeah,
so
you've been out of the driver's seat for a while.
After me saying, I like to say that I don't ever get ill. Because I used to not get ill. However...
Never gets ill.
Karma's kind of hit me hard though, hasn't it? Because I've been ill twice.
Been ill twice back to back.
And I think from 2 different illnesses, I felt like my body had taken a lot of energy up to just recover from that.
Yeah.
And all I wanted to do for like my week that was off was just relax. And when someone's like, yeah, you've got to be all energetic and tell 6 stories for a podcast.
Sorry guys, I forced them into it too much.
No, but I didn't want to come on the podcast and be like, my name is Callum. I once went to the zoo.
Did you?
I actually have been.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But yeah, no, I usually don't keep up with the hot and upcoming trends, but I mean the virus caught up with me.
Mm-hmm.
I took it right into the fun zone.
This is the last thing I want to say about it because we
really don't want to talk about it.
Everyone's talked about it.
Yeah.
So much over the last year.
Yeah.
Like, everyone knows everything about it. But back in like January or February.
This year, last year.
2020.
Oh, so
before
first year.
I saw someone who was tweeting out figures of projections of COVID. This was back when it was only in
China.
It was growing in China.
Yeah.
And people still find it as a joke. Like, they go, oh, you've got it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's going to be big. It's going to be big. Oh, it's coming. Because the stats I saw, the predictions was that it was going to be global.
Yeah.
And it did.
Here it is.
Then who would have thought it would have, like, we thought it would be on in a few weeks.
Yeah, well, it knocked us out for 3 weeks, so that's...
I know the world is probably gutted, not because of the cost, but what it's done to the
I think the world
podcast.
Yeah, I think the world's gutted from the lack of podcasts that we've been able to release as well.
Screw the NHS and the deaths worldwide. It's all about the See Both Sides podcast.
I know. I mean, I believe our merch is even delayed.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
But no, the fans have been asking where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
The fan.
You there, you're a real one.
You know who you are. The fan's been asking where we're at, and we're back. Here we are
back now, and
ready for
season 2. Season 2 is going to be big, I hope.
More fun.
There's still a lot of fun. Like
More
fun.
More fun.
On the topic
bigger
of
stories.
On the topic of being out of energy.
Yeah.
It caused my sleeping pattern.
All right.
Just go fucked up. So I was going to bed at 4 or 5 a.m.
Oh my god.
Waking up in mid-afternoon. And
jeez.
I don't know why. It might have had a bit to do with my eating.
What were you eating? Were you not eating a lot?
Nothing.
Were you getting out of the house?
No.
Maybe that as well.
Because it was isolation. I was waking up at 1 o'clock.
PM?
PM. Yeah, PM.
Yeah. Okay.
And I wasn't eating until 8 o'clock. And I'd have one meal.
Whoa.
So I lost I think about 6 kilograms in a week, which is, or maybe not 6, but 4 or 5.
Definitely a bit.
In the isolation, I lost 5 or 6 kilograms.
Which you
is
wouldn't
a
expect
shit
for someone
ton.
who was eating and staying in their bed all day, you know?
Yeah.
You know,
And then
if
2
you'd
weeks
said,
later-
if you'd said to me, like, oh, I've not been out of the house, I've not exercised,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been eating every day,
You'd think I'd be fatter.
you'd think you'd be 6 kilograms heavier.
Yeah, but I put it back on straight away.
Of course you have, yeah.
Because it wasn't like, oh, you're getting toned fat. It was like, oh, malnourished. I was just...
Oh, you look malnourished.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But,
So you were waking up kind of late.
yeah.
So you were just
But
like,
I
what were you
also-
doing during the time you were like what? Why were you staying up till 5? Like what was?
I
what
feel
were you
like
doing?
I feel like for me, each day that ticks on, if I
Yeah.
don't have restrictions, oh, I need to wake up at this time.
You get to bed a little bit later.
Yeah, like, so it would get to like around, say, if I don't have a reason to wake up,
Mm-hmm.
like if I don't have a restriction, oh, I need to start work at 9:30,
Oh, if you
or
don't
oh,
have
I've got the
deadline.
dentist
Yeah.
at 10 or something like that. I don't have a reason to wake up, so there's no restriction of when I have to go to bed the night before.
I get you.
And I feel like my body clock naturally goes an hour later to bed each day.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you mean. Like it's easy, even just like half an hour to tick over.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, definitely when I've not got something on in the morning, like I'll easily go to bed like an hour or two later than I usually would.
Yeah.
So it's just and I can imagine if you're doing that for like 14 days.
Mm-hmm. And the NBA games are on like super late America time.
Yeah, they start 2.
But yeah,
That's but no, that happens. I mean, what is your natural like sleep pattern?
probably like
If you were just like drop you into the earth at this
I would
age.
probably naturally go to like 2 till 10.
2 a.m. till 10. 10's a nice time to wake up, I think.
Yeah, it is because you've still got a little bit of the morning. You can still have breakfast.
Yeah.
You get a nice lie in. and
Yeah,
you
the
know.
line's good.
Uh-huh.
The line's real good.
I listened to. There was this video, and it was people aged 5 to 75. Excuse me. People aged 5 to 75. They asked them when they woke up,
Yeah.
and so many people are like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock,
A.M.
a.m.
What?
I know.
Oh. Is that mainly the older people though?
Oh, I would say like middle-aged people. 5 o'clock, 6
my
o'clock.
mum definitely wakes up at like 6 o'clock. What time does your mum wake up at?
Or like 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's.
She wakes up naturally at that time as well. Like.
I expected a lot more, especially like teens, to be like 11. I don't think
No,
anyone
but if you
said
think
later
about
than
it, if you
10.
Think about it. What time did you wake up when you were going to school every day?
7:15.
There you go. So
But if I was on a summer holidays, I'd be waking up at midday.
yeah, I get that, but then the average is like if it's your average throughout the year, like you're gonna be waking up at like 7.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I wonder what's the likelihood that a person in full health
Okay.
would just go to sleep and then never wake up.
Oh, die.
Just die in their sleep. Full health.
Very low.
How low though? Is
Like-
it impossible?
No, it's not. Nothing's impossible, right?
Well, yeah.
Squaring the circle. Yeah, that's impossible.
No.
Chris proved that.
If nothing's impossible, go and take a bite of the sun right now.
Oh,
Eat it.
good move.
Yeah.
Good move.
Mhm.
Nice move, Cam. You're so smart. No, I think it's very unlikely. Maybe like what, 1 in a million.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Do you
I don't
ever?
know. I'm not a doctor.
I'm sorry, I've got.
He's got a little tickle.
It's the alcohol.
It's the alcohol. Beer. It's the beer.
Do you ever
That
think
purple
about?
beer.
Do you ever think about like death?
No, you constantly think about that.
I do.
How many times?
I
Guys,
wonder
you
what's
brought
going
this
to
up
happen.
on the podcast.
I wonder what's going to happen.
Triggered it.
I also like. Can't believe that we do all this for nothing. Like, if it is nothing,
We're doing this for the fans.
no, Not this. I do this for the facts. I do this for my legacy.
Yeah, for our legacy.
But like,
Life, just living.
yeah.
Just for the...
So what if you get married and go travel and everything and you have an amazing life
Uh-huh.
and some other guy has a stinker life? You're still both dead at the end of the day. Like,
Whoa,
do you know
that's
what I mean?
Yeah, I get you, man.
It's kind of depressing.
It's also like, yeah, what's the point if you're all just gonna die?
And in the universe,
Why not have fun?
in the universe, we're
We're taking...
we are literally a tick.
Yeah, we're taking the time scale of the universe.
Mm.
That's a mad thought to just think that like everything will just pass us by anyway.
Yeah. So
You know,
who cares
where
about
are we
waking up
in
at
the
12?
where are we in the eventual heat death of the universe? Like
Nothing.
exactly. Who are we? And why do you listen to us?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Where did you find him?
I think my natural sleep pattern is like probably midnight, half midnight till about 9 a.m.
Yeah. I would love
Yeah.
to. I would love to. I'd love to be a 7 a.m. wake upper.
I would love to be a 7 a.m. wake upper, yeah. Naturally. I just get to bed too late.
How would the classic worker's life go to you? Like, would you enjoy it, or would you always want
What,
a
a
variation?
9-5?
So, say
What's the
this.
classic?
You wake up at 7.
You wake up at 7.
You have breakfast. Get ready.
Uh-huh.
7 till 8.
Yeah.
You travel to work. 8 till 9 rush hour time.
Yeah.
Most people do. They work 9 till 5.
Yeah.
They get an hour lunch hour at 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
They go home.
For 6.
Yeah. Get home for 6. Cook dinner. Make dinner.
Uh-huh.
Do whatever you want. Leisure activities in the evening. And have your weekend off for fun activities. That's like the standard, right?
I think, I mean, the 9 till 5 lifestyle's been ingrained in us so much.
Uh-huh.
Like, that's what we're expected to do. This whole, like, religious thing that, you know, the weekend is designed, you know, you've got your weekday, you've got your Sunday off, you know, sort of thing. It's been ingrained in us forever. I personally am against a 5-day working week.
Oh.
I'm for a 4-day working week. I would happily do 10 hours. 4 days a week.
Yeah.
Oh, no, like, you know, I'd do 37 and a half hours a week, but I'd work 4 days and have 3 days off.
Well, yeah.
They've just started a trial in
Or
Iceland
Yeah.
where most jobs are 4-day weeks.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And I think that they're doing days off
What would-
Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. So you do 2 days off, 2 days off.
So Wednesday's like a kind of Saturday vibe.
Wednesday's like your Saturday vibe, and then you've got your weekend
would
at the end
be-
of Friday.
What if they just
Again.
made Friday a day off? Like, how would that affect the economy and the world?
Oh, I think it would affect
Or like
it
the
quite a lot.
UK.
But no, it would affect it massively, right?
No. Because we get along fine with 2 days off.
Yeah, but they're not off though. People are still doing stuff on those days.
I get it.
Do you go into work on a Saturday?
Oh, like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But obviously, like, there will be jobs that need to have, you know, different schedules. But if they said 4 days working for everyone,
Yeah. They'd have to figure out. Like, I mean, everyone knows that you don't get mail on a Sunday.
yeah.
Okay? Royal Mail doesn't operate on a Sunday.
But the Royal Mail still survives as a company.
Royal Mail still survives. Almost, yeah.
Well, nowadays.
Yeah, nowadays it's...
But it always had done.
Yeah, but that's because they were the only ones who did the mail. Okay? But now if you want someone to give you something on a Sunday, Amazon will deliver it, you know?
Yeah. Say Deliveroo.
Deliveroo will deliver on a Sunday.
Deliveroo, if they said, oh, no, we're taking Monday and Tuesday as our day off.
Yeah.
Just Eat are going to come along and go, well, we do these
We
deals
do
on
Monday and
Tuesday.
Tuesdays full days,
Yeah.
you know? So, I think it would work, but it would have to be countrywide, right?
Yeah, because in England there's restrictions at what time you can open. That's probably
And in Scotland with what you can serve.
but that's probably because in England, so that Tesco's say, oh, we're only open 10 till 4 on a
Yeah,
Sunday.
they're only 6 hours on a Sunday, aren't they? Operating
Yeah.
hours.
As they can't come along and go, well, we're 24 hours on a Sunday.
It's
smelly
law.
Roger.
It's law. Even 24-hour supermarkets are only open for 6 hours on a Sunday.
They can't
Which
be
is
like
crazy,
24/7.
because they open at midnight on Monday. You know?
Yeah.
0001 on a Monday.
Oh, that would be.
And they have to close at midnight on the Saturday night.
So they're just closed for 10 hours and
Yeah.
8 hours.
What I always asked was, why did, like, let's say you have, so we've got do we have two 24-hour Asdas in Edinburgh? I think there's one in Leith and one in Chester.
There's also one between Leith and Portobello.
An Asda?
Yeah.
Oh, right. So
However,
that
the one in Leith is not 24 hours at the moment because it's being refurbished.
Oh, but it
It's
would
only
have
open
been.
till 10, but it normally is. Yeah.
So imagine.
And a Tesco.
Yeah, no, but talk about one chain.
Alright,
One chain
yeah.
for now. But imagine if you had like 3 of the same supermarkets in a place. Could you not have one of them open for 6 hours in the morning, the other one open for 6 hours in the middle of the day, and then the other one open for 6 hours at the end of the night? So they're technically 24 hours still.
Yeah,
But it just depends which one you go to.
Or you put 3 Asdas right next to each other.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that wouldn't work during the normal days, would it? But it's a weird system. Having 6 hours only open.
I wanted to just take this time
Yeah.
as well to change what we're talking about, but just to say that if you've noticed our camera viewers, apart from obvious the fact that we don't have runners,
No,
we
we do.
do, but I've also got a
City cups.
stain on my Seawell Sides podcast top here and an orange one
I mean,
here.
don't point it out because they might have not seen it.
Well, if they had, I'd feel like it's better to point it out. So that's because we ate dinner before the podcast.
We did. We usually do, don't we?
Yeah, do we?
Yeah, Jack cooks his dinner.
Yeah, Jack. Oh, Jack is back again.
Jack's back for season 2, guys. Don't worry.
um,
Yeah, Jack usually cooks his dinner.
so Jack cooks us dinner,
Uh-huh.
and we had fajitas.
He made us fajitas.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Mexican.
And you spilt it all over you.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
I actually wanted to bring something up though.
Did you? But
Speaking-
Mexican food.
No, about countries.
Countries.
So,
What's your country destination if you're going on holiday?
Azerbaijan.
Get to it.
No,
How'd you
do you
get
know-
there? How would you get there?
Bike. Do you know what? I'm only allowed to go to one place like ever again. Because the point, I feel like having one destination isn't good because it's about traveling and exploring different places. But do you know what? It doesn't really bother me.
Only
I just
going
want
to one
somewhere
place?
I just want somewhere that's
travel.
warm,
Yeah.
sunny, with lots of activities to do.
Uh-huh.
I like palm trees though.
Palm trees. You can find them a lot of places though.
Yeah.
Don't you? You just want some hot. Do you want a pool? You want a pool? You want to sunbathe in a pool.
Do you know what? We were gonna go to Los Angeles last year,
We were.
which is
Bad Boys on tour.
It's pretty good for like a holiday because for me, I'm not really a big sunbather or like just chiller
Yeah,
because I feel like you're just stewing away waiting for your holiday to end.
You're sitting there.
I'd
waiting
much
time-
rather go in the
Yeah.
sun, go out and do loads of activities.
Agreed.
Not that I really care too much, but in America they speak English, so just to like getting about is just so
Yeah.
much easier.
Yeah,
and
being able to
understanding
communicate
things.
just with everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Is also a help, and it's just like, you know, in some places in some holiday destinations you're gonna have to walk a mile to a spa where everything's $3.99 for a bag of cookies, whereas in Los
LA, yeah,
Angeles there'll be a
There'd be a dollar store.
Walmart or a dollar store like
Yeah.
every 10 meters.
And it was also like free accommodation.
Of course, yeah, we won't dive into those details, but yeah, that's true.
No, we need to hit America up again. I mean, maybe not LA again.
We could.
because
I would love to do a podcast
on
in
the
a
road.
different country on the road.
Well, when we cycled to Paris.
Yeah, we need to actually do that and film it.
When we cycled down the road to Paris.
If we could do it for charity,
What, like?
get loads of people to pay us money.
That we use to travel. No, that's not for charity then.
No, we pay that to charity and we.
Oh,
travel
we
ourselves.
cycle it. We're cycling.
Or
it's
we
free.
say we're gonna give it to charity, but really we just keep it.
I like this. I like this move. Donate to the Seabold Sides charity. 25% goes in my pocket. 25%
We just say
goes
it's
in
a
his pocket.
Just Giving page.
And 50% goes on the merch. Or new equipment.
I mean, I like that.
On the new equipment.
Yeah, what I was going to say though, speaking of countries, England in the Euros.
Oh,
So you had a bit of a
I had a bit of a fun
versus
experience.
Italy. You had an outdoor excursion.
An outdoor
Really?
excursion. What?
Yep.
To watch the game?
Yeah, to watch the game.
Yeah, I had a wee outdoor excursion. I turned up to a Irish pub
Okay.
where everyone was wearing England tops
Okay.
in my Italy top.
Oh. So wait, why was everyone wearing English tops in an Irish pub?
I mean, Ireland weren't playing, were they?
Oh, yeah, true.
I think it's just...
My brain. My brain. Yeah.
I mean, they could have worn Ireland tops if they wanted to.
So
but I
did
mean-
you get any slander?
Oh yeah, I got stabbed 3 times.
No, you never.
No, I didn't. No, I was turning up with my. I went to there with my friends who were English.
Mm.
So I already knew that I was going to be in this shit for wearing an Italy top. But I'm
Yeah.
Italian, so I had to, you know.
Yeah.
Like I would have.
Do you
It
know?
would have been wrong supporting England when I'm half Scottish, half Italian.
But I get a lot of hate for this usually. Like I
Uh-huh.
usually support England, but in the final I was kind of, just what do you call it? Neutral.
Neutral.
Yeah, like I
Like Switzerland
wasn't.
at
I didn't
war.
want England to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am Swiss.
You're Swiss. Very Swiss. What did you think of
I
the
didn't-
outcome, though?
Do you know what? It's a bit harsh.
I think it was
like
a
to
shit.
lose. I think it's a bit harsh to lose that way.
I don't think penalties are ever.
Good solution.
I don't think penalties were ever a good way to get
Decide a game.
Decide a game.
Maybe
Yeah.
like flip a coin.
Maybe
Rock, paper,
Yeah.
scissors.
Oh, rock paper. Yeah. Rock,
Or maybe
paper,
they
scissors
just
would be
play
great.
like hide and seek or something.
No, they like have to throw a paper airplane as far across the field as they can.
Do you know what I've thought? Maybe they could do like elimination. So they would do extra time. I've seen this somewhere. I don't remember. Extra time, but every minute you lose. Each team loses a player.
Okay.
So you
thought
get a
they could
player
have made-
sent off.
I thought they could have made the field smaller.
How is that going to work though? But
Because then
imagine-
it's easier to score.
no.
Yeah, if they're smaller.
It's harder.
Nah, I think it'd be easier. And eliminate.
So if they eliminate, there's less players in the field.
Yeah.
There's more space.
Yeah.
There's more chance for them to make attacks.
Yep.
Because imagine 2-on-2, how open every single time the team got the ball, there'd be a goal scoring opportunity.
That's true.
So 2-on-2, it's a bit extreme, but 6-on-6, there's going to be a goal in the next 5 minutes. 6-on-6.
Yeah.
But just eliminate a player. And that saves the pressure. I guess penalties is exciting, but
Is it real?
I don't know.
It's like imagine basketball ended with free throws. Like if it was a
Yeah,
tie at the end of like the second extra
I
time.
would like to see that.
all
once.
teams had like 5 players that they would take up to
Oh.
do free throws.
Yeah, I don't know.
That'd be just like weird.
It would be fun
It'd
to
be
watch
a
a couple of
strange
times.
concept.
I don't think penalties is a nice, fair way.
No.
I feel like, well, it is fair,
It-
but I don't think it's justification of because the better team can lose on penalties so easily. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just by like a mistake.
Or even like it's all dependent on what fans are behind
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And the 3 English players, they were all good players, good goal scorers, or maybe not all good goal scorers, but good like finishers, and all 3 of them, you could tell the way they stepped up to the spot that they just looked off, something off about them.
But nervous.
Yeah.
It's the nerves. It's a big
You can
spotlight.
you could just tell because
Euros final in Wembley.
I think like if you've ever actually gone to take a penalty,
Yeah.
it's easy. The goal is huge, and you're not far away. The actual thing is easy. It's just all in the mind.
It's all in the mind.
Yeah.
Very much so in the mind. I don't think I would have. I'm happy with the outcome, of course, as an Italian.
As an Italian
But
yourself.
I do feel sorry for them. Like I think they played good.
Yeah.
They played well.
Yeah.
But Italy were diving.
They've never
around
won
like
a
classic,
They've
weren't
never won a Euros as well.
they? Never have. No.
Yeah.
No. That's
And
one.
this is probably the most football chat you're ever going to get out of us.
Most football
Until-
chat you'll ever get at me.
The World Cup final.
Until we go to the World Cup final and do a podcast.
We're doing a podcast on like the moon.
Man on the moon.
Alright, back from the timeout.
Time out, you mean you go for a
Half
poo?
time. No.
Oh.
I went to go.
Time out, yeah, just a time out.
Yeah, I went to go discuss with our sponsors for today's show.
Who do we have today?
Robinson's Fruit Shoot.
Oh, wow!
What is this podcast come to, honestly?
I don't know.
Anyway, you
reminded me of something when you were talking about holidays and stuff.
Yeah.
My sister was meant to be on a plane in 6 hours
Yeah.
to Mallorca with 5 of her friends. Cancelled because it's on the amber list now.
Really?
They booked it when it was on the green list,
Oh no.
and then they were going for a week, and it got put onto the amber list today, Monday at 4 a.m.
She's got to be gutted.
She's gutted, yeah. She was meant to be out in the sun.
Is she going to get a refund?
Yeah, she got a refund, I think.
So should they not just book somewhere else and just YOLO on the day?
Makes sense, yeah. Why not?
Like if
Try
that happened to me, I would
think-
book somewhere on the day, book it, and just go for it.
But would you not also be like, oh, what happens if the next place that you try and book then gets amber listed while you're...
Away.
Yeah, because if you're away and a place gets put onto the amber list, they give you like 48 hours notice.
And then you have to come back.
Yeah. Like what happens if you've got like 5 days still left?
That's mental. Do you not think so? It's not safe to book holidays
No, I wouldn't say so.
until next year, maybe.
Maybe
next
if you were
summer.
double vaxxed, then like you could get away with it. But like if they say like, oh, it's fine to travel. But no, she
That
she's
sucks.
absolutely shafted.
Yeah.
So it just reminded me when we were talking about places we want to go on holiday, like and how we missed out on our LA trip.
Yeah, I do want to go away somewhere hot. Like these
I mean, it's been
last
pretty hot
week,
here
it's
recently.
been hot, but
Bloody roasted.
you want like
out my nose.
you still can, walk around in like
Swim shorts
yeah.
and no top.
You
You could, but you'd have to go to the beach, wouldn't you?
I guess.
Yeah.
True.
Beach
There's
is nice,
social
though.
etiquette in Edinburgh.
There is slight social etiquette. Yeah.
Whereas in like Mallorca.
Oh, it's just standard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone's in the same boat as you.
Yeah.
Would you go back to
There's
Naga?
No.
Would you not?
Do you not know
Even
now? Maybe a couple of years ago, but now. Do you know what? Maybe for a couple of days.
Would you go to the strip? Would you party
Well,
on the strip?
if we went to there, you'd have to.
Yeah.
But I do feel like I'm a bit past that.
See, I was talking the other day about like going to clubs and stuff, and I also feel like I'm slightly past that. It feels so weird.
Yeah.
I've been out of the clubs
Well,
for like
if you-
so long.
if you-
I do miss them.
If you think the majority of people who go to the clubs are
Yeah.
like 17,
Yeah.
and not many people are our age. It's like 20 would be the max most people go.
But I feel like even everyone's out of it. Like,
Do you think?
of
It's also that little bit of like not
I
comfortable.
prefer
with
house
people around.
parties much more these days.
Yeah.
They're like, there's something about them.
And you know what? House parties are really good, but also, like, there's something quite good about just going to the pinter.
Yeah.
And just
It's a
sitting
nice
around-
bar.
I think sitting around a table is really good for like social interaction.
Agreed. Totally agreed.
Because when you're sitting on sofas pointing towards the television, a lot of people just automatically go to their phone
Or
And-
stare at the TV.
and stare at the TV,
Yeah.
which is an ultimate. The phone
Vibe
just,
killer.
it just blocks conversation so much.
Yeah.
And like walking is another good thing because
Oh, it's
no one's
great. Yeah.
No one's on their phone while walking.
No, if you ever want to go on a date with someone, and you want to communicate with them, the best thing to do is go on a walk with them.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because there's nothing else to do but walk and talk.
Walk and talk, and at least you're not there just like.
The one thing I would say is like for first dates, it can maybe be a bit awkward, because say
you don't want to walk them to somewhere that there's no phone signal. That'd be a bit creepy.
No, but I would say if you're like going mini golf, worst comes to worst, you have nothing to say. Just talk about the mini golf.
True.
Whereas walking, it's harder to do with that. Talk about the scenery.
Well, how occupied did I keep you on our 10k cycle when I was talking about the scenery?
Cycle.
Run. Sorry, 10k run. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, very actually.
Like, we're going past the canal. Boring as fuck.
Yeah.
You keep thinking about just running. You're just
the whole
like,
time.
I don't want to.
You need to keep
You're thinking about your legs. You're thinking about how tired you are.
You're breathing.
And they're like, oh, see, Cal, that building over there. That.
Yeah, that reminded me though. What were we talking about a second ago?
Well, just crazy golf.
Well, it was before that. We're talking about walking, and
They'll tell us They'll tell us in the comments below.
I had something to say, but it slipped out of my head.
Holidays.
After that,
No,
Yeah.
they'll tell us in the comments what we're talking about.
oh, he's gonna kill me.
Going on dates, having your phone at the clubs.
Oh, having your phone instead of having your phone.
Clubs, having your phone.
Clubs.
Something about the
I was
clubs.
almost there. We might have to cut this bit out, but
We'll figure out. What I wanted to say though was, do you think you could go back to like, so you know how most of the clubs these days have turned into cocktail bars?
yeah.
Could you go to like Bourbon or like Gary's as a cocktail bar?
Oh, it would weird me out.
It
quite a
would
bit.
weird me out too. Yeah.
Mm.
Be like, oh, I used to ramp at that pole. You know?
yeah.
You know?
I get what you mean. But I think like
And what do you think
at the-
of? Sorry. Go.
At the end of the day, like there'll always be a certain age where you just go, nah.
Nah, yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you mean. Well, that's all the clubs open in England now.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
People are clubbing in England. No masks.
That's crazy.
We should go. Newcastle for the weekend.
We can stop on our cycle.
We'll stop on our cycle down to
Get a
Paris.
bike first.
I've got a bike. You have a bike?
And you tell me you've got a bike that's going to take you to Paris.
Yeah, I've got a bike that can take me to
A
Paris.
road bike.
Yeah, I've got a road bike that'll take me to Paris.
Do you have one spare one for me?
Maybe.
Really?
It depends how many wheels it's got.
Quad bike.
I've got a passport. I've got a passport to Paris too.
Nice.
Did you remember what you were going to say about phones?
It's gone. It's gone.
It's fully
But,
gone.
Maybe I'll remember. I'll listen to this podcast back and I'll remember for next podcast. But it was
Or
really
we could
good.
edit it in.
Mm.
Could add in a wee
I remember on my own and I just had the conversation
post
with
voice
myself.
note.
Post voice not.
Post voice note it in.
Yeah.
But, I've got this idea.
The thing I briefly mentioned this to you earlier, but
Uh-huh.
I wanted to.
Well, you had a question for me, didn't you?
I wanted to talk about
Yeah.
like stuff that basically never happened, but it would be interesting to think about. And I've got a couple.
Oh right, okay, just
So the first one,
okay,
the
yeah.
first one I mentioned to you, is I've always said, how would you react if you saw yourself, or not even that.
Yeah.
not even that, but if someone saw another you. So my example I give is you're in a car, leaving a house,
Yeah.
and that person's driving, you're in the passenger seat,
Uh-huh.
and as you go away, you look, and that other person's at the upstairs window, as you're right next to them. Now, I want to know what would be your reaction. You're in the passenger seat and you see another me. Do you even tell me?
Oh, okay. Maybe. Now, it depends on if I think that the one in the house is the evil one, or the one in the car is the evil one.
Yeah.
Because one of them's got to be evil, right?
I'm chatting to you like I normally would, and the one in the house is
Just looking at it.
putting up washing.
Just doing a normal task.
Mhm.
Menial task. You're both
Doing
doing
the
menial
dishes.
tasks.
The dishes out the window.
I mean, you'd never do the dishes, so probably that was the weird one.
Okay,
No, I know what you mean. I'd probably mention it, but then I feel like that might expose me or you,
Yeah.
and then you might drag me off a cliff.
True. The thing is, so my brother believes that the one inside is crazy, is the scary one,
Okay.
because he's not with you and is inside.
I think I probably could
Suddenly
have
there
gauged
when he
if you
wasn't
were a
there
different
before.
person. Like if you were acting different one day, I think I would realise. You know,
Yeah.
because I know you so well. Like if you one day did something that you'd never done before, like the way you acted, not the tasks you do, but the way that your mannerisms. Like I think I would realise.
Yeah. This is kind of leading on from the subject. If they offered you, so let's say, £5,000, right? Yeah, they I don't know, some company.
Yeah.
£5,000 and you can, I'm pretty sure there's a movie about this. You can clone yourself, and if you ever get into any injuries or accidents, they release your clone out into the world.
What,
If
and kill you off?
They kill you off, but your memories and brain is then put into this clone, so you carry on ongoing.
It's not the same you, but it is the same you.
Yeah. Your soul is left.
I probably wouldn't for like legal reasons.
Really?
Like, you know,
It'd be a lot easier on like your family and friends, though, wouldn't it? Like if you died tomorrow in a car crash, they just chuck another Addy into the mix.
yeah, it's like when I was looking after Thingy-Majiggy's goldfish and we killed it. And we had to buy a new goldfish. No, I'm joking.
Did they-
That's a fake story.
No, leave that in. That's a real story.
Sorry, I had to cut a name out there. But I think you could probably get away with it, but it would also, I would feel it wouldn't be ethical.
Yeah.
Like it just feels like the wrong thing to do.
Mm-hmm. If you could have a twin, would you
That
want
no
a
one
twin?
knew about.
If
you had a
Yeah.
twin that no one knew about, and you would get them to go to work, like let's say you worked 5 days a week, you do 2.5 days, and they do 2.5 days.
Yeah.
You split it up, but how's the pay work?
You would split it up.
Yeah, but you'd only get.
I guess so. Or you could just.
Well, I mean, you only need one set of clothes.
Well, so. Imagine this.
Okay.
Actually, this is a true story.
This-
I watched this documentary
Yeah.
of this guy, 18, 19,
Mm-hmm.
goes off to college, and as he's going into his, if you wanted to ever, I don't know what the documentary is called. He goes across country to his college from New York to like somewhere in the middle of America, and he's setting up in his dorm, and this guy comes up to him. So let's say the guy that's moving into college is called Steve,
Okay.
and some random guy goes up to Steve and he goes,
Yeah.
Gary,
Oh.
Gary,
Yeah.
Gary, how you doing, Gary? And he goes, well, I'm not Gary. And he goes, yeah, you are. You're Gary. Literally, you're my friend, Gary. How you doing? And he goes, I don't know who you're talking about. I'm not Gary. And he goes, sure you are. Like, why are you acting weird? The guy shows him his birth certificate, and it says Steve.
Yeah.
And this guy goes, oh my god, you just look like my friend Gary, a lot like my friend Gary. I need to introduce you to him.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, Steve goes along with this random to go find Gary,
Uh-huh.
and Gary looks identical to him, only for them to find out that they're identical twins,
They got
Okay.
separated birth.
separated at birth,
Oh.
and they met each other at college.
There's a lot of stories like that, isn't there?
But this story went national.
Steve
I-
Gary.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Steve and Gary went national, out into the news everywhere,
Uh-huh.
only for Bobby to see this article, go, oh my god, I look just like him.
There was 3 of them.
I know, and met up with them.
There's
Triplets,
another one.
separate, identical triplets, separated at birth.
And they all found each
And
other.
they all found each other, and then they became best buds and gelled just really quick. And they were all so similar.
Imagine they all had wives called Karen, or like
Oh, that would be so
called
weird.
like Daisy. Just they all had the same named wife.
Before I ask my question, I just wanted to say that they found out that it was actually an experiment that an orphanage did, where they separated them to see
Oh, that's cruel.
with 3 different types of parents: rich ones, poor ones, and some other ones, middle class
Foster
ones,
child, maybe.
and saw how that made the triplets act.
Yeah.
And even the parents, they didn't know that they were getting a triplets. The orphanage
one
and the
of a
company that experimented on them just pretended that it was just one.
Wow.
And they were very similar.
That's very I feel like that's very unethical as well.
Yeah. It was, and they had like the paperwork restricted.
How would you
so can't
feel?
view.
How would you feel if you were walking down the street one day and someone said, "Oh, you remind me of David."
Yeah.
You're like,
It would-
David.
It would weird me out.
And then you
so
find out
much.
you had a twin or a triplet.
Meeting your twin has got to be one of the
Seeing
weirdest
yourself
things.
would be so weird.
Yeah.
I saw someone in Edinburgh who looked exactly like what I think I look like from behind.
Really.
Yeah. So I've only ever seen myself from behind in photos.
Uh huh.
Or maybe the mirror, maybe sometimes.
Yeah.
But you don't really know what the back of your head looks like unless you're at
And
the hairdresser.
your posture and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
But when I looked at this person who was walking in front of me to the bus, the way his hair was from behind, the clothes he had, the walk he had, it looked exactly like how I think I walk.
Oh.
Okay? And I was like, fucking hell, that's me.
Yeah.
And then of course he turned around and he didn't look anything like me. But I just for a split second I was like, I bet that's what I look like from behind.
Really.
Yeah, I was like, I think that's what.
Do you know? It's funny because
That was kind of creepy.
yeah, but you probably see yourself as uglier than you actually are.
I think it's because you look at yourself so much, right?
It
Is
could
it because you
be.
pick out your own flaws?
But I think that what could make someone think you're attractive is the things you do. So you won't ever see yourself laughing at someone's joke or
True. I
do
get
you know
that.
what
Yeah,
I
know
mean?
what you mean.
All those little things.
Yeah.
When you look in the mirror, you see yourself like this.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just
Yeah. But when you also look at yourself
actually
in the mirror,
acknowledging the camera. I haven't really done that this episode. So hi camera.
well, wave to Jack as well.
Oh hi Jack. Also, if you're watching online, you'll get this little exclusive.
You guys want to sign up for that one?
Yeah.
Ooh. Is that a free one?
Lucky viewers.
Is that a free one as well?
I know. Usually I wouldn't
That was
allow that
Yeah.
on video for free. But
No, I mean, she's screen grab that, guys.
and give it a like. Screen grab that.
What I wanted to say though was, when you look at yourself in the mirror, you see yourself mirrored. So that's why you look weird when people take photos of you. When you look at photos of you.
Because that's the normal way around.
That's how. So when people take photos of you, that's how people see you. But you're so used to seeing yourself mirrored,
Reflected. Oh.
reflected flip, 180.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Like when you take a selfie, it's flipped.
This is, for me, this is my left side, bitch. Your
Yeah,
right side.
But the way I see you is how I've always seen you. But the way you see yourself in mirrors is different to how I've ever seen you. Unless it's in a photo.
You're seeing one side, and I'm seeing the other side.
Of this podcast.
And we're seeing both sides.
Right now, we're seeing both sides. Yeah.
Mm.
But if you ever take a selfie, you can do that thing in the photo editing and you can flip it 180
Yeah.
and you'll...
Oh, yeah.
Because people are often like, oh my god, I look so ugly. But it's because they're just not used to seeing their
That's
unflipped face. Or their normal flipped face.
Uh-huh. And what do you think about people who don't like photos taken?
Of themselves.
Yeah. Are you... Do you like getting photos?
I like getting photos taken.
If someone's like, any moment, photo, are you like, oh yeah, photo?
Yeah, I'm there like this.
Another camera exclusive now.
Camera exclusive for them all.
So,
I don't mind photos getting taken of me.
yeah.
I mean, I know that they don't... Photos are just memories.
Why do people...
Like, I don't have to take them around with me, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to post them.
Yeah.
It's just good to have memories sometimes.
And you always imagine, like, when you're 65,
Yeah.
See, my grandparents didn't really show me pictures. I've seen a few.
Of
It's
them?
not, yeah, but it's not like they ever sat me down and showed me.
Well, that's because they had to get the bloody book out, isn't it? Think about it. Think about it
But
now.
do you think-
could just go like, I'm gonna go to 2014.
Do you think you'll ever do that if you have grandchildren?
Of course, probably.
Look through old photos.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll still have the photos you have in 2010?
I think I'll
When
probably
you're
still have the
in
same
2070.
photos. I think I'll probably still have the same photos I have on my phone right now. In the future.
Really?
I think so.
Because
Unless
it's
it
hard
all-
to delete them.
Unless it all gets deleted, okay, by some like computer glitch or
So you
something.
need to back them up on a hard
I
drive.
could probably back them up. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I might do that. But yeah, I might go through them and delete some like bad
Screenshots.
photos and like memes and whatever that I have just clogging the
I try and
library.
have. I've got almost 10,000, but I don't have any blurry ones. Any like really shit photos.
I tried to delete
And
them.
if there's like someone who's taken like 50 photos, all from a different angle, or from a different, like when you get
Yeah.
group
Uh-huh,
photos,
no,
you
no,
get
no,
loads. Just so I'll pick like 3 or 4 of the best and keep that.
Well, we went to take photos for my sister's graduation yesterday,
Yeah.
and she was like, "Oh, can you airdrop me all the pictures you took of me?"
Yeah.
I took 260 photos
Uh-huh.
of her in like 10 different locations yesterday.
And there's
I'm just
probably
going to
only,
delete
like,
them all, They're
there's-
not my photos. If I sent them to her, that's fine. She can have them.
You can keep like 4 or 5.
Yeah, but like I don't need 260 photos of her on my phone.
I think videos are the way forward though.
I think they are, but they're like
Hit or miss.
they are hit or miss. Yeah, like videos at least show more of the moment.
Yeah.
Like
But they can
a
be
snippet into that light to that time.
photos are normally like the best bits and it's exciting.
Yeah.
Like there's a pause in time, so it's like you get the best bit. Whereas a video, like you might get a bit of film in the ground, unless it's edited. But then it's not truly
Should
real.
you make like day vlogs,
Yeah.
like Casey Neistat style day vlogs?
Yeah.
That just
Like
feels like so much effort constantly, doesn't it?
minimal editing. It would be good to get in a habit of just filming more stuff, but I wish you could have like your own personal filmer who would go around and film your day and then edit it up into a vlog.
Pretty sure you could hire someone. You could hire Snap by Cam for your
That could be a job.
for photography if you wanted. Film by Cam, you can.
Do you know what? A wedding photographer might be a good job to have.
You get paid tons.
Do you?
Yeah.
For wedding photography?
Yeah, it's like £200 a night.
Not bad.
And all you need is a bloody camera. Oh, you got one. I've got one.
Yeah, but you also need the skills.
eyes. You need the
But
eye.
it'd be fun because there wouldn't be as much pressure
But everyone these days
of
are
creating art.
better photographers because of the amount of camera phones they have
Yeah.
on them. Like my parents, sorry to call them out, are terrible at taking photos.
Uh-huh.
But that's because they didn't grow up
Shout
constantly.
out your parents.
Shout out my parents. But that's because they didn't grow up taking photos almost every day.
Yeah.
Like, or you would take a photo back in the day on film, which would cost quite a bit, and then you wouldn't find out how it looked until like a month later
Yeah.
when you got your reel developed.
And also because of Instagram, people know, like, for
There's
example,
more photos online now that people can compare things to.
Yeah, like
as
every
well.
person who takes a selfie for Instagram knows that the light has got to be pointing the same way as the camera
Yeah.
because it makes everything brighter and nicer.
Uh-huh.
And
It's
that's
these little
just,
tips.
yeah,
that
and like to
people
set
don't have.
if you're in the middle, if you're in a landscape, to
Mhm.
center yourself, so there's a center to the
Or you try to
picture.
get things in thirds.
Yeah,
So third of the sky, middle third's like
the sea,
the sea,
middle,
bottom
bottom third's
third's
the beach.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Just simple composition, which I don't think people were either aware of, or maybe just because of the lack of photos that they took back in the day.
there is
But I definitely think new people are.
I want to
younger
shout
people-
out, I don't know whatever this guy is, but
Uh-huh.
he makes YouTube videos where he takes people's photographs and he just edits them and makes them slightly better.
Okay. Just like, and if you sent him a photo, basically.
So say he's got a picture of I don't know, a man. There's one where there's a man on the edge of a snowy mountain,
yeah. Okay.
and he goes, right, I'm gonna center you first, and then I'm gonna make your bag slightly orange and brighter so it pops more, and just little things like
simple
that.
edits.
Yeah.
Just simple edits.
Simple edits and stuff.
Nothing
like
like, oh, now you're on. Now you're in
escape,
space.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
none
like
of
that.
none of
Like
that.
very
Yeah.
simple ones to make your Instagrams more.
Poppable.
Yeah, it's not really fake, I would say, because it's not like.
It's touched.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit touched.
It's like how you get these starry skies. They're not actually like that.
No, they are, and you see the stars.
Yeah, but they're
You've never
not
seen the
as.
stars.
People put skies with like purples and blues and pinks. in them. You know those. Yeah, right.
Instagram reality,
look
right?
nice.
Instagram reality. It's all
Yeah.
fake these days. Everything we see is fake.
Well, no.
Yeah, it's all fake. Government controlling us all.
But that's a
Sorry,
topic,
guys, I'm back to my tinfoil hat episode.
topic for another day.
Tinfoil hat episode coming in soon.
Tinfoil hat. We'll do. We could do another tinfoil hat conspiracies
Yeah,
episode.
we've got some good tinfoil hats.
Maybe like 100 episodes from now.
In 100 episodes, we'll do another tinfoil hat.
Yeah.
100 episodes? I don't think I'm
Maybe
bursting.
What about this, right?
Bursting for a tinfoil hat episode.
We've just done one.
Yeah, but the viewers want them.
What about an episode where
Yeah.
we get people to call in
Oh.
and have a
Oh, a
little
little
combo with
combo.
us?
We've
So-
got a
so we
FaceTime
get-
episode to do soon, don't we?
Yeah. So we get, say, 6 different people,
Yeah.
6 different topics, 10 minutes each. Just blast out our 10-minute topic, and then you're gone. Next.
Speed podcasting.
Yeah.
Like speed dating.
Speed podcasting.
Speed podcasting. Guys, it's coming.
We could do that in the
Start
next couple episodes.
speed podcasting. We're like agony
Would it
ants.
be
What are
awkward,
people
though?
calling us in about? Like their problems?
Oh.
Like agony ants.
Help.
Help, man.
Maybe
Penis
it's
is stuck in a
like,
Pringle tube.
I would love to answer, like, yeah, sexual problems, relationship problems, life problems, and funny stuff.
And if you just want to call us and tell us a joke, like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, let's get set up. We should buy like a new mobile number.
Yeah.
We should buy like a SIM but not put any money on it. Like a
And then we
pay-as-you-go.
wouldn't know who's calling.
And we wouldn't have to pay for the SIM.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I think we've just
I
found
think that is a banging episode.
I think we just found the
And I'm
episode.
still so excited. I know we always recap what's yet to come. I'm still so excited for the Halloween
You
special.
love the Halloween
Oh, I'm
special.
so
He
excited.
talks about it more off camera than he has on camera.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be the best podcast episode
That we've done. Or ever.
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 Every podcast.
Whoa!
No.
That's a
not,
call.
Not ever.
That's
not
a call,
ever.
guys.
I think it's going to be... I'm hyping it up so much. If it's a stinker, I'm sorry.
It's gonna stunk so bad.
But I'm excited for it.
You've got so many ideas. You've got so many ideas.
Have you got anything else you want to... Well, we've got a few more minutes, don't we?
Yeah.
Still
We don't have to.
recording.
Yeah, we don't have to ride it out now. We can keep the wave going.
Have you got any things you want to bring up, or...
I think that. Yeah, I just wanted to say that we're sorry that we were off the driver's seat for so long.
Yeah, but
Like we're back in the groove.
I think
We're
it's...
back on the grind. We're
I
getting
think-
there.
I think to say that we're going to be every single week is just not... we ideally want to, and I really enjoy doing them,
Yeah,
but it's not realistic. There's going to be some times where
we
stuff
tried hard,
happens.
but it was very difficult sometimes.
Yeah, and
There was a lot of days where we would either be like a couple days behind,
or
just because things happen.
yeah,
Life happens, guys. You know, like everyone knows that. But you'll hear from us soon. Like we'll just keep going.
Yeah,
Always.
and we need to get you guys back in the flow of just giving us things that you want to hear us talk about, because
It's all about you guys. It's all about them.
we've had also a couple of viewers who say, "Oh, I know you already," or "I've heard what you'd have to say already
Mm-hmm.
before," which is kind of like, come on, because because you can decide what we talk about.
You all have the power.
Yeah.
If you want to hear us talk about,
I've got the power.
if you want to hear us do a karaoke special, like, you know, we'll do it.
Or we could do like a quiz night. We could get a quiz night could work because then you could play along with it.
A play at home
Like-
quiz night.
Yeah. And we get like a
Oh.
couple guests.
I've actually got
Who
got
guessed?
the perfect quiz questions.
Yeah.
So
Really?
yeah,
How?
so some university in America did a study
Yeah.
where they discovered what the most difficult questions to answer were out of like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, let's say.
Oh, right.
So they made like 500 questions
Yeah.
and they asked the general population, they asked every single person all these questions,
Uh-huh.
and the ones which got the least correct answers are obviously the toughest ones that people don't know.
Yeah.
So they've made a list of easy to tough questions,
Oh, really?
and there's like 500, there's literally like 500 questions on there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it is. I've gone through it with my mum and dad, that's the thing, I've done it before. I probably can't remember the answers now, because I did it like 6 years ago.
Oh, wow.
But there's so they've got a study where they've got like a load of questions.
Because
and it goes
especially-
from toughest to hardest.
Especially over
easiest
like,
to toughest.
over lockdown, that was a big thing. Like
Quizzes, yeah.
family quiz nights.
Let's see.
And making your own creative spin on it.
I'm just gonna double check I've still got this. I'll do it after. I'll do it after. It was in my head.
Yeah.
But or I was thinking, because I know people always do the "How well do you know me" quiz,
Yeah.
and I feel like we should do that. We should get someone to make a
Let's do it. Let's do it next episode.
next
Or
episode.
we could get someone to do Jack behind the camera.
Well, Jack's free. Yeah, he's right there.
He's
Jack,
right
free.
there. He's got one
He's got his
hand
hand
free.
up. He's got his hand up.
He's got one hand free.
He's free.
So we get Jack to say who we could do a how well do you know each other, followed by a who's most likely, where it's like hold up
Oh, the
Callum
head tilt
Shoe,
The head
Callum
tilt
Shoe, or
on Instagram.
Andy. Yeah, and we just see who is most likely.
Yeah,
Because I think we
that'd be fun.
bang.
Do we?
And then we
do
would
we
do the
get
podcast.
someone else to make the questions? What do you guys think? We'll post this out to you. How we should set this up.
Next episode.
Yeah,
We still need to get our other two people
We'll get them on.
and Holly
Yeah, Holly will be back.
and Drunk.
And a drum.
However, just before we wrap up, I watched this video about alcohol and how it affects your body and how the ethanol gets into your brain, and it kind of just really put me off it.
He's in one of his phases, guys.
I'm in one of my phases, but
Yeah.
I just don't have any.
Guys, don't worry. In a couple of weeks, it'll be.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course, in a couple of weeks I'll be back to normal. But at the moment, I don't have any desire
That's fair.
to do that because it is like a drug at the end of the day.
Everything's a drug. Life's a drug. Oxygen's a drug.
Is this shoe a drug?
Yeah. If you sniff it hard enough, you'll leave your stinky feet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there we go. And on that note, guys, I think that's it. That's us over. So if you listen to this one, give it a good thumbs, and come up to us and say, "I'm so horny, I'm a Stegosaurus."
Our Stegosaurus horny.
Don't they? And this one?
Spiky.
Yeah, that's close enough. That's
Alright,
close enough.
I'm so. What was it?
I'm so horny, tell me.
I'm so horny. I'm a Stegosaurus.
And yeah, we'll see you next week.
And
Oh.
we're back,
We're back.
and we're gonna get better again from here. Like this has been a good episode.
We're back. We're going. We're back.
but we're back, and we're gonna continue to grow as a podcasting podcast.
Podcast. Well, yeah. So enjoy, guys, and see you in the next one.
Yeah. Over and out.
Over and out, boys.